Hello and welcome to the daily cricket show, Cricket Happenings, dear friends and subscribers. On this particular cricket show, it's going to be the 17th match of the Indian Premier League 2018 that happened between Chennai Super Kings and Rajasthan Royals. And Rajasthan Royals found the going very tough after Shane Watson slammed the second IPL century of the IPL season here, and he took the Chennai Super Kings score to 204 for 5, and the Rajasthan Royals definitely struggled. They could not get their bearings right, and they were bowled out for 140, and the Chennai Super Kings won the match by a handsome margin of 64 runs. So I'll be talking about this particular match, and also there are two matches which are coming up tomorrow, which I would probably have a look, and then we'll have some look at some cricket news as well. But let's first look at this game which happened at Pune between Chennai Super Kings and Rajasthan Royals. It was played in Pune at the Maharashtra Cricket Association Stadium, and Rajasthan Royals Ajinkya Rahane won the toss and decided to insert the Chennai Super Kings to bat first. Well, definitely, I would say that Ajinkya Rahane's decision to bat first was justified when Ambati Rayudu, the opener, was first to be dismissed, caught by Butler of the bowling of Lachlan for 12 of 8 balls at 2 fours. After that, Suresh Raina joined Shane Watson. Shane Watson opening the innings along with Ambati Rayudu. And Shane Watson, well, it took his time. He initially he was a bit sedate, but then slowly started launching his very powerful strokes as he went after Stuart Binney and also Gautam. Everybody got a hit. If you look at the bowling figures of the Rajasthan Royals bowlers, it will give you an inkling. Barring Shreyas Gopal, the leg spinner, who bowled a very good line. Look at his bowling figures: 4 overs, no maiden, 3 for 20. The most successful bowler. I thought he bowled superbly, and especially looking at the way Shane Watson was blasting all the bowlers. I think kudos to Shreyas Gopal for his brilliant work. He also took some big wickets as well, which I'll talk about. Stuart Binney, 2 overs, none for 33, was slammed. Gautam, 3 overs, got carted for 35. No wicket to either of these bowlers. Javed Unadkat's 4 overs was semblance of respectability. 4 overs, none for 39. Ben Stokes again went for 39 runs for his 3 overs. And Ben Lachlan, a bit of semblance of respectability once again. 4 overs, 2 for 38. So, and looking at the Chennai Super Kings batting, Ambati Rayudu, as I said, was the first to be dismissed. After that, it was Shane Watson's show, and Suresh Raina had come back into the mix. So after missing 2 matches due to injury, Suresh Raina was back, and even though Ambati Rayudu was out for 12, 38 runs was the share of Shane Watson, because the first wicket fell with the score on 50 in the 5th over. And after that, there were absolute fireworks with a partnership that yielded very good runs for Chennai Super Kings. As I said, Shane Watson went after all the bowlers, and predominantly he was hitting the ball. He was pulling the ball beautifully over the mid-wicket region, and he also likes to hit straight. So he was going over long on a lot of times against the bowlers. And at the other end, Suresh Raina, looking at the way Shane Watson was playing, he decided to play second fiddle, but he was not far behind, because he rattled 46 of 29 deliveries with 9 fours. And as this partnership was really blossoming, and it was doing all the good job of adding 81 runs for the second wicket, which was done in pretty quick time with Shane Watson at the crease, because the first wicket fell at 4.3 overs, and then when the score reached 131, the second wicket fell and it was 11.5. So you could just imagine it was terrific hitting. 81 runs in a probably in a span of under 6 overs was pretty good going. And Shreyas Raina was dismissed. Now Shreyas Gopal was bowling very tightly. It was not easy to really score off, and he took two important wickets. First, he dismissed Shreyas Raina by getting him got by Gautam for 46 of 29 balls with 9 boundaries, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni also fell a victim caught by Gautam on the bowling Gopal. That was two big wickets and two prize wickets, I would say. So he was gone, and then Sam Billings could not do much. He was also another victim of Gopal, and as I said, Shreyas Gopal, the leg spinner, was very impressive with 3 for 20. And then finally, Shane Watson was there till the end, piloting the Chennai Super Kings innings, but when he was out, he had scored 106 runs of just 57 deliveries, which contained 9 fours and 6 glorious sixes. And Shane Watson, another thing was that this was his, I think like AB de Villiers, he has also scored a lot of centuries in IPL. And then Dwayne Bravo hit it out towards the death to finish on unbeaten 124 of 16 balls with 4 fours. Jadeja was not on 2, and Chennai Super Kings sat on a total of 204 for 5, which was always going to be a big challenge for the Rajasthan Royals batsmen. And let's see how Rajasthan Royals fared against the Chennai Super Kings. Now looking at the card here, now once again, today, as you know, there was definitely an opening. I mean, they have been trying with a lot of players. Sanju Samson opened the innings. Today they decided to bring in the South African import for the first time, Henrik Klaasen. And I thought it was a good move because Klaasen is also a player who likes to hit over the top. But one thing that I would like to say, one feels very sorry for Rahul Tripathi. Now Rahul Tripathi, one would remember that he was someone who had a strike rate of almost 150 in IPL last year. And what was very significant about Rahul Tripathi was that he was a man in a hurry. He knew only one way to hit the ball, one way to hit, and that is to come down the wicket, not only to the spinners, also coming down to the spinners and whacking them for 4s and 6s. And that was providing some very good impetus to the innings as well. But one was now wondering as to why Rahul Tripathi, DRC shot today was left out, so probably they could have thrust in Rahul Tripathi, but they did not. They decided to have Henrik Klaasen, the South African import, playing his first game of IPL, and it was not a good beginning at all. Shardul Thakur snaked one through the bat pad gap as Klaasen tried to push at a delivery, and Thakur got the ball to slide in between beat him for pace, and he was clean bowled for 7 balls with 1 4. That was wicket number 1. After that, Samson failed with the bat. Samson, this is the second time that he has failed. He has been scoring very consistently, but today Chahar actually picked up his wicket when he forced Samson to hold up to Sharma. He was gone for 2, which made the score 25 for 2. And then Ajinkya Rahane, the captain, fell, and that was a big wicket because Deepak Chahar forced Ajinkya Rahane to come down the wicket and clean bowled him for 16 of 11 balls with 1 4 and 1 6 to leave the Rajasthan Royals innings in a real bind at 32 for 3, chasing a very big total of 204. Ben Stokes and Josh Butler joined hands, and Ben Stokes, what he decided to do is he decided to really rein himself in, and at the other end we saw Butler make 22 runs of 17 deliveries with 1 4 and 1 6, becoming a victim of Bravo. And Ben Stokes was definitely there at the crease, and he was not trying to be very aggressive. He was trying to be playing in a methodical manner. And then Rahul Tripathi, who has been definitely has not been able to score runs at all in that number 5 spot, if I'm not wrong, of his number 4 spot, where once again he failed with the bat. Rahul Tripathi was out for 5 to Bravo of as many balls. After that, it was Ben Stokes was the only hope. As long as Ben Stokes was there, hope was there. But that hope was also gone as Ben Stokes realized that the run rate, the score at 111, and there was still a long way to go. It was in the 14th over, and only 6 overs were left, and it was almost like 90 odd runs to get. And Ben Stokes showed a sense of urgency by lofting Imran Tahir the leggy for a boundary and a six. But that was it. Imran Tahir had the last laugh, getting him caught by Billings for 37 balls, 3 fours and 1 6. And with that, all the hopes of Rajasthan Royals were eliminated of winning this match. And Stuart Binney, and after that it was pretty quick work. Thakur had the wicket of Stuart Binney for 10 of 8 balls with 1 4. Gautam fell a victim to the bowling of Watson for 1. Unadkat was bowled with Sharma for 16. Lachlan was out for naught to Sharma, and Shreyas Gopal not out on 8. And the Rajasthan innings wound up at 140, thus giving the Chennai Super Kings a victory by 64 runs. As far as the bowling was concerned, looking at the bowling card, Deepak Char 4 overs 2 for 30. I thought he bowled well. Shardul Thakur also did a good job, 3 overs 2 for 18, picked up the Claessens wicket. Shane Watson 3 overs 1 for 13. Imran Tahir was costly, but he picked up a very important wicket of Ben Stokes, which was the turning point. 1 for 44. Dwayne Bravo 2 for 16. Karan Sharma, KV Sharma, leggy 1.3 overs, no made in 2 for 13. And Ravindra Jadeja bowled 1 over for 6 runs. And Shane Watson was the one who got the Man of the Match award, and rightly so. Well, dear fans and subscribers, as I said, I think Rajasthan Royals have to think. I know Henrik Klaasen was only the first game, but I think Rajasthan Royals have to give an opportunity to Rahul Tripathi to go and open the innings, because if you could hit a few boundaries and sixes and demoralize the opposition bowlers like what Sunil Narine normally does, I think it will really help matters. And probably, Rahul Tripathi has been a surprise for me, because Rahul Tripathi is one player who was doing very well in the previous IPL, and one was really wondering, really puzzled to see that Rahul Tripathi is not opening the innings. One does not know what is the thinking behind it, but I would definitely favor Rahul Tripathi to open the innings with Ajinkya Rahane for Rajasthan Royals. Well, if at all that happens, I think that would be something that would be. I think that would definitely benefit Rajasthan Royals. Well, anyway, it's just my opinion, purely my opinion on my cricket show. So it is basically for the think tank to really decide as to what would really come on. Well, anyway, so let's shift the topic from here, and keeping the topic on the IPL, we are talking about 2 matches that's coming on the weekend. The first match is going to be the match between let's see, it's going to be Kings 11 Punjab taking on the Kings 11 Punjab is taking on Kolkata Knight Riders, and it will be interesting to see whether Kings 11 Punjab can displace the Kolkata Knight Riders from their position by winning the game tomorrow, that is on a Saturday. It will be very interesting to see what really comes up. So whether they can snatch, the Kings 11 can actually, if they beat KKR tomorrow, they can snatch the top spot over there. So once again, the focus will be on Chris Gayle, no doubt about it. And they know that Chris Gayle in this IPL has already started hitting form, and that is not good news for the opposition, I reckon. And I'm sure the KKR would be definitely scheming as to where to bowl to Chris Gayle. And Chris Gayle, and I'm told he's already doing very well. He always has a good record against his former team, and it will be interesting to see what really comes up. So Kings 11 Punjab are taking on the Kolkata Knight Riders, and it should be one hell of a game that would happen tomorrow at the Eden Gardens in Kolkata. The other match which is coming up is going to be between Royal Challengers Bangalore taking on the Delhi Daredevils. Now Royal Challengers Bangalore, led by Virat Kohli, has not been having a good IPL, but I'm sure they would be peaking at the right moment. But they would be taking on RCB would be taking on the Delhi Daredevils led by Gautam Gambhir. And Delhi Daredevils, as you know, definitely has a lot of punch, has some very nice players in the ranks as well, and it should be interesting to see as to how this match pans out. RCB versus Delhi Daredevils. Well, other than that, interesting to see whether Brendan McCullum is playing, because Brendan McCullum is not having a good IPL, and RCB would be hoping that Brendan McCullum hits form very, very quickly. And also today, one thing that I probably forgot to mention is that Shane Watson was dropped in the first over itself, and that proved extremely costly, because Rahul Tripathi dropped his catch, and that proved extremely costly, as you would know, when Shane Watson went on to plunder a century and took the Chennai superkings to a winning score of 204. Well, dear fans, subscribers, I'm trying to see whether there is any cricket news that I could really lay my hands on. The new Australian coach, which is going to be named, as you know, the England tour is coming up. So just before the England tour, they would be naming the new Australian coach. And I also told the former Sri Lankan coach and former Sri Lankan player Asanka Gurusina would be heading the Sri Lanka Committee's high performance unit. Well, dear fans, subscribers, there's not much to really share. It's about time for me to actually sign off today on this daily cricket show of mine, and it's good night from here. Thank you.